Hello everyone and welcome to another video on our channel, Ruposhi News. We're back with more tributes. In this video we have a list of American actors who passed away in the last few days or just recently. Number 1. Paul Di'Anno. The legendary heavy metal band Iron Maiden's founding frontman, Paul Di'Anno, died at the age of 66. Di'Anno, whose real name is Paul Andrews, had a significant impact on the band's early career by appearing on their first two albums, Iron Maiden and Killers. Iron Maiden's position as a major force in the new wave of British heavy metal was cemented with these releases. Bruce Dickinson took over as the band's successor when Di'Anno left in 1981. In retrospect, Di'Anno acknowledged that his party-loving lifestyle at the time had taken a toll, calling it unjust to the band, the fans, and himself. The current members of the band paid tribute to Di'Anno and said they were all deeply saddened by his death. Bassist Steve Harris expressed on social media how heartbreaking it was that Di'Anno was no longer with them. At least he was still performing until recently, he continued. Being on stage whenever he could was something that kept him inspired. We'll all miss him. Mate, may you rest in peace. Paul's enormous contribution to Iron Maiden was crucial in setting us on the course we've followed as a band for nearly 5 decades, the band said as they resumed their homage. We, as well as fans worldwide, will cherish his innovative position as our frontman and voice, both during live performances and on our first 2 albums. On behalf of his family, Paul Di'Anno's record label, Conquest Music, confirmed his death. They stated in the release that Di'Anno had died peacefully at his home in Salisbury, although they did not specify the cause of death. It is a privilege for Conquest Music to have Paul Di'Anno as a member of our artist family. We urge all of his admirers to raise a glass in his honor, the message went on to say. Di'Anno, who was born in Chingford, East London in 1958, worked as a chef and butcher while performing with a number of bands as a teenager. Steve Harris, who was looking for a vocalist to head his up-and-coming metal band Iron Maiden, met Di'Anno in 1977. Following the audition, Di'Anno was hired. Booking shows outside of London was difficult at the time because of their distinctive sound, which stood out against the backdrop of the punk music scene. In order to get over this, the band made a demo tape to spark interest. With 5,000 copies sold by mail order, this 3-track demo, later dubbed the Soundhouse Tapes, quickly gained the band a devoted underground fan base. By 1979, the band had inked a deal with EMI and began work on their debut album, Iron Maiden. The record, which combined hard-hitting rock riffs with the raw energy of punk, made an impression despite being hastily created. It prepared the ground for heavy metal's growth in the 1980s. The band made a breakthrough appearance on the iconic TV show Top of the Pops with their single Running Free, and their debut album soared to number 4 on the UK album chart in April 1980. The music of their second album, Killers, 1981, was considerably more intense. However, Di'Anno was asked to leave the band or split up with them following a lengthy global tour. Whatever the cause, Di'Anno acknowledged that his popularity had affected him. He said, "I was already living a pretty wild lifestyle, but things got out of control." In a 2004 interview with Rock Hard magazine, "I was in another world and the rest of the band was right there with me." Iron Maiden surged to fame once Bruce Dickinson took over as frontman. They produced timeless heavy metal singles like Run to the Hills and Can I Play with Madness, solidifying their status as one of the best bands in rock history.
Number 2. Inger Lori. We're back with some sad news, as if we needed any more of that lately. Sadly, Nymph's vocalist Inger Lori has passed away at the age of 61 after complications following her cancer diagnosis. Lor's record label Kitten Robot Records confirmed the news in a statement released on Facebook late Friday, October 18th. "We are saddened to say goodbye to our beloved friend and artist Inger Lor. Inger, born Lori Ann Weening, passed on October 16th from complications due to recently diagnosed cancer. Her mother, Lois Weening, had also passed on October 4th. Both are confirmed by Jen Weening, Inger's sister. Inger was an accomplished singer, songwriter, recording artist, painter, and a lover of animals. A singularly unique artist, both visually and musically, Inger first came to national attention with her band MMPHS, whose self-titled LP was released by Geffen Records in 1991. Her career as a solo artist began with Transcendental Medication, released by Triple X in 1999. Kitten Robot released her final album, Gloryland, just last year. Our condolences go out to Jen and her family and to her many friends and fans. Laura's contributions to music are endless, whether they're openly apparent or not. Laura garnered love both from fans and many other musicians that forever run deep. She's got quite the cult following, having also made music with legends like Iggy Pop and Henry Rollins. Despite whatever dark things Laura had gone through during the duration of her life and career, she continued to persevere on out of her love for music and sharing it with her fans and other artists alike. At one point, Jeff Buckley referred to Laura as the patron saint of fucked-over musicians, and what a legacy that is. During this difficult time, our thoughts and prayers are with Laura's family and those who were dear to her.
Number 3. Aaron Kaufman. Aaron Kaufman, a writer, director and producer whose credits include Superpower and Machete Kills, died on Thursday evening in Las Vegas after suffering an apparent heart attack. He was 51. Chad Verdi of Verdi Productions, which funded and executive produced some of Kaufman's past and future projects, including Superpower, confirmed the news to Deadline. On Thursday, he passed away in Las Vegas from what appeared to be a heart attack. Most famously, Kaufman co-directed Superpower with Penn, which earned a nomination for a News and Documentary Emmy in the Outstanding Politics and Government Documentary category. When Kaufman was on the ground as a filmmaker in 2022, the documentary's original goal of following Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's ascent from well-liked comedian actor to a significant political figure changed to a war documentary following Russia's campaign. Kaufman stated, "It seems obvious that the stakes are not between Russia and Ukraine," in reference to the one-year anniversary of the conflict's start at the 2023 Berlin Film Festival. The essence of contemporary democracy is under threat. The Vice Studios documentary Crusaders, which explores sexual assault inside the Jehovah's Witness community, is another film in Kaufman's resume. Kaufman was a Jehovah's Witness growing up. In addition, Pierce Brosnan wrote, directed and produced the 2016 thriller Urge. Additionally, he frequently worked with Robert Rodriguez, creating Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, and Machete Kills. Additionally, he executive produced Ashton Kutcher's romantic black comedy Spread in 2009. Kaufman had a number of upcoming projects at the time of his passing, including as a documentary on the life of Hawaiian musician Don Ho and his collaboration with Verdi to support The Jet, a documentary about the life of former kickboxer Benny the Jet Urquidez that was also co-produced by Fisher Stevens and Keanu Reeves. Together with his mother, brother and sister, Kaufman is survived by his 3 children.